There's a man who's now 87 years old who hasn't washed in 67 years. Washed and eats roadkill.
Okay.
Who, Wim Hof?
And is in good health.
Sounds like Wim Hof.
Is totally in good health, yeah.
He's getting.
What does good health mean?
Yeah, mental health.
No, like literally, he doesn't have
No
any
sicknesses,
went to
everything.
Doctors and then no sicknesses. Yeah, he's good.
How much can he bench though?
Yeah, pussy.
87 years old.
KD though.
87.
He eats roadkill. He drinks from puddles. He's not bathed.
Drinks from puddles.
Water
And-
protein, right? That's all you need.
And he smokes a pipe filled with animal manure.
The human body can adapt to anything.
But why would you smoke
He's just the
animal
most
shit?
dedicated troll.
It gets you higher.
Yeah.
I mean, the roadkill I understand. Because there is a whole movement of like people like, you don't need
The
to fucking...
roadkill, you understand?
Yeah.
Out of all the things I said at the left.
You're dead already.
Let me tell you, right? Because outside of California, right, they have a lot of fucking roadkill, like fresh roadkill, right? Because they have way more animals and shit.
Get like a nice deer.
Yeah,
deer.
you could get deer, you get fucking armadillo, whatever, right?
A ribeye?
Fuck.
Just a ribeye
A
steak.
ribeye
Oh
windshield?
man, someone ran over this.
A1 Wagyu. But I think it started from the concept of like they're against the meat industry, and there's hella protein out there. And then they're not getting rotten meat. They're just getting fresh roadkill. Like, oh, they're like, oh yeah, fucking check the pulse. Oh, that motherfucker's dead. And they're like, oh, it's still warm. Whatever. They take it back and they cook it immediately. So it's the same thing as hunting, but they're just being vultures. You know, they're like scavengers.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So but they cook it still.
Yeah, they don't eat it raw.
That's cool though.
This guy eat it raw.
How does he season
This
it?
guy eats it raw.
What?
This elderly man's diet is said to consist of mainly raw roadkill, including creatures such as porcupines, and he drinks water straight from puddles in the street.
Yeah, so I don't think he's doing the same thing that I.
I take everything back I said. Joe Jitsukawa.
Yep.
They literally say his favorite pastime is smoking a pipe filled with animal manure, which has left him more
maybe
isolated.
he's doing something that we don't fucking know. Because at 87, normal, men are fucking pumped up on pills.
I mean, I'd prefer not to look like this, but you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yo, he looks good for 87 though.
Low key though, thriving.
He's like, I prefer not to.
He looks good.
Is he really 87?
87 years old.
That's pretty good for 80.
But when you're drinking from puddles, isn't there fucking motor oil in there?
Not all the time. You just gotta find the right puddle. This guy.
All
bro.
the puddles I see on the street
From rainbow puddles.
they got a
Yeah, yeah.
rainbow shine to the top,
That's
you know?
You can't drink that, or you gotta go below it so you don't catch.
But how do they know?
That's just not easy to drink
How do
from.
they know that he's telling the truth? Because, like, you know how people always say, like, hey, this is all I do, and then they get caught eating fucking McDonald's and shit? That's like, that's
very true.
There was a dude who said he doesn't eat anything, and he gets all his nutrition from staring at the sun, like an hour a day or some shit.
That's like Gavin Newsom. I always wear my mask.
So everybody started practicing solar gazing.
Stairs of the sun.
So this dude's name is Amu Jaji from Iran. Villagers in Iran have been so impressed by his dedication to his unconventional lifestyle that they built him a small shack as an alternative to his usual hole.
That's so nice.
And medics,
That's really sweet.
Say it like that.
They built a shed for him. That's so nice.
medics who visited the shack in the village of Dejga, Iran, carried out several tests and said that despite his lifestyle, Jaji is surprisingly healthy and has no serious diseases or bacteria.
Okay, so is he really 87 though? Because then what if he's like
He looked
one
like
of
Mel
those, like,
Gibson.
like, those gurus that are like, I'm actually 1,000 years old. You know, like it's like shut the fuck up, dude. You're not 87. And when you look at him, you're like, actually he's 45, but he just says he's 87. And then that's when I'll be like, ah. But he looks like, look at him. He doesn't look like an 87-year-old.
He looks dirty as fuck.
his
He's trying to sell this. He's trying to sell this new fitness.
Dirty and age is different.
Dirty and
Well said, Joe.
Dirty and age is different.
So experts were interested in discovering different types of life forms, including parasites that might have taken up home in his body, but were able to confirm that he does not have any diseases or parasites despite his lack of hygiene.
What?
Wow. He might be
They
like an
have
anomaly.
parasites, but it doesn't? Wait,
He
what?
doesn't. He doesn't have it. They were expecting to find stuff like that because of his lack of hygiene.
all this crazy stuff, you're gonna get a parasite or two.
So
I
in
guess.
essence, they're pretty much concluding that he has just over such a long period of time developed such a strong immune system that you can drink from puddles and eat raw roadkill and be fine.
I think you do that for 5 years, you're good, bro.
COVID don't matter, bro.
Like in most diseases.
They're gonna find a COVID vaccine through this man.
What kind of roadkill do you think they get in Iran?
He's porcupines.
Porcupines. Like this right here is an image of his lunch for the day, which is pretty much like it looks like a dead bird.
Or a dead
That's
chick,
that's.
He just
got
eats it raw.
flies all over it,
Never mind.
and it's just in a bag. He just leaves it in a bag, and then he just.
He just eats it with the maggots and everything. He's a modern day caveman.
Maybe the flies is seasoning. It's like furikake on there.
You think
That's what's crazy is like flies are always on like shit and stuff, and then it's all over this, and he's eating it. I wonder what his teeth look like and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He's like, what's that?
What are those?
This particular article actually says the newfound fame for the homeless pensioner has made life more difficult for him. As although neighbors respect him, people occasionally show up to taunt him and throw stones.
That's fucked up, bro. Man.
I thought the fame was gonna be like they show up to give him food, and then they're like, "Hey, fucking bump!"
That's a hate crime.
That's fucked up.
That's fucked up. Man.
Genetics are crazy though. My grandpa, he smoked for 70 years. And when he passed, so he went from like 20 all the way to 95. When he passed, it wasn't like emphysema or lungs or anything.
You know
It was
why?
other shit.
He smoked it like barbecue, and he preserved himself.
That's true, yeah. He does have a smoky lung
Low
flavor.
and slow. Low and slow. Yeah, low and
It's just cured meat on the inside.
Yeah, dude. No emphysema.
He could have been an organ donor.
Yeah, he's got no cancer, but he's jerky now.
Yeah, but he
oh, that's
died
pretty
of
good.
other
That's good
shit,
news.
like kidney or failure or whatever, or like liver, but his lungs were like...
At 95, you're not dying of liver, you're dying of old age. You know what I mean?
95 is a good age.
I'll be blessed at 95.
95. And you were able to smoke all your life, and you didn't die when you were 60 something.
That's pretty cool.
And my mom actually thinks he's actually older, because when they're that age, they didn't really have like legit like ID and stuff, you know. And he came from a war-torn country. This is my dad on my dad's side. I mean, my grandpa on my dad's side. So she was like, I actually think, because if you look at the pictures, his like childhood pictures is still like shaved in half like this.
Whoa.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like fucking like
Fucking Ming Dynasty shit.
some fucking
cool.
shit, some Shanghai Noon type looking shit. So my mom's like, I think he might be older than 95.
Does that mean this is your dad's grandpa?
No, it's my dad's dad.
Your dad's dad?
But my dad's oldest brother was like 20 years older than him.
Oh.
He had 7 brothers and sisters.
Does that mean your grandma had to do the like foot thing, like the small foot
binding.
Foot binding.
On that side, no, actually, I don't know. Actually.
Because that was like that same era.
They made him horny, huh?
The foot binding,
Dude, that made dudes horny back then.
kind of, but it also
you
made the
feel
women
it.
like have huge back problems.
I know, it's gross.
Yeah.
But those dudes used to fucking, oh my god, like that was like their shit.
Their lip.
Yeah.
They bite their hair. They're like, oh.
Yeah.
Feet, oh damn!
The Chinese construction worker like, oh shit.
The bamboo.
He lets go of the bamboo and the wink, hits the other guy in the face.
Throws his hair around. Oh shit. What's up, sweetheart?
That's how their boners, their fucking braids, is like.
Ooh, yeah, they start biting it. Oh,
Oh, what the?
oh, she's so fine.
Can you imagine being 95? How like annoyed you are at the whole world?
Yeah.
Like I'm not even 40 yet, and I hate everything.
That's Betty White right there, dude. She's like, fuck you into 100. This world sucks.
My mom asked my grandpa, because all he did was read the newspaper, and he was like, how come you read the newspaper like all day? And he was like, because it's quiet here. Like, it's just me and my thoughts.
95.
You don't gotta worry about shit.
You know, actually, this guy right here from Iran, the 87-year-old, also kept himself up to date with current events and discussed events like the Russian Revolution and French Revolution with those that visited him.
Wow.
So he ain't like a crazy Skid Row homeless dude.
Nobody said he ain't
Not for
crazy.
any homeless person that's that chill. That's tight.
Yeah, he just minds his own business.
And you
does
say he's a
what-
pensioner, so he.
He's collecting checks.
Yeah.
What's his PO? Did he have a PO box?
What was his previous life in job? Like, what was he doing? Like, working for the Iranian tax collecting.
He's super rich in his previous life, so he's just like, fuck this, man.
And you put this guy in Fear Factor, he's gonna be the fucking champion forever.
He should be the host. And he should not shout.
Don't eat that.
No, why are you eating the bugs? We need that for the next guy. Fuck.
No, you were just supposed to touch it. Oh.
He's like, touch it. I thought I was supposed to eat everything.
He probably goes to the crafties table.
Fucking flips it.